sleety snow. April 11th. Our April storm finally hit at 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's a sleety snow. We've had winds, really high winds coming from the east since yesterday. And of course this storm is coming from the west. And we think we even heard some thunder, which is just, yeah. It's weird. It's all weird. Anyways, the older calf went into the calf shed. I had to put the little one in. Hopefully he'll stay. I'll go check on him after a while, make sure he's still in there. It wouldn't be so bad if the winds weren't so bad, but critters were eating up their food, getting ready for it. They were really plowing through the hay. And the horse is upset. I didn't even let the chickens out today because it's too windy, and I didn't want to go see chickens flying across the yard. And not by their flying. So anyways, this is our storm. We'll see what it looks like later today when I go out to finish chores up. I believe it's about 1:32 o'clock right now, so we've only been in this about half hour at the most. I was hoping it'd stay south, but it looks like it finally made its way this way. Anyways, stay tuned. Alright. Well, this is some crazy weather, I tell ya. Well, the snow is a little more normal than it was yesterday. But we were completely melted, and now we're not. Anyways, I need to go out and check on everybody and do my chores. Ugh. Yeah, this is insane. So, it looks like we're maybe up to 6 inches of snow now. Most all of it was gone before this happened. Alright, I can't see what I'm doing here. Reflection of the light. I'm using the regular phone camera that Hipstetter Bob and Mrs. B donated, because I didn't have one for taping videos. Anyways, well, accumulation. I'm gonna say there's about 6 inches, but hard to say because, boy, I tell you, those winds were crazy. Wednesday, today is Friday, but Wednesday and Thursday, the winds were just insane. So, anyways, I'm gonna set this down here. I'll let you guys look at all the snow. Oh wow. Now we know how crazy it was, the wind. I mean, it was coming out of the east. But look at, now yeah, granted, I have a crack along that edge and along that one. But I've never had the snow get in here before, and this building's been up since, well, this side of the building has been up since Dad and I built this 2007. I think it was. So we'll get the chickens something here and see how they're doing. They were a bit upset with me as I didn't let them out yesterday. And I'm not going to let them out today either. So we'll go in and see how the birds are doing. So it's a little hard to judge for sure what we got because of the wind. But of course, and then certain areas pile up worse than others. Alright, twiddle-dees. No, you don't want to come out. It's not exactly nice outside, birdies. I thought my shoveling was done for the year. Guess I was all wrong. Alright. I'm just going to try to set this up. Why don't we try like that? Alright, so what do we got going on in here, birds? How you doing, little green chili? Okay. Yep. Alright. Let's do this. I know you'd like to go outside, but it isn't nothing like it was a few days ago. But we're going to put a little shavings down here. Oh, don't rend it. I know you guys just love this. We're gonna have chickens flying all over the place here. But we're gonna try to help with Oh, don't be scaredy chickens. Alright, you guys get to stirring this stuff up. Dry things out a bit. You'd be fine. It's just sawdust, you goofy birds. You goofy birds. Yeah. Alright, that'll help with the moisture. Okay, so we didn't get any eggs yet. Well, oh, I don't want a shovel. I really, really don't want a shovel. So, it's supposed to rain, or snow. Rain, I hope not. Oh my god. Anyways, it's supposed to snow until late today. But you can see that it's sort of let up a little. Hopefully, this is all the worst it'll get. Because this is going to cause a lot of problems. It may be 6 inches of snow, or give or take. It might make a ½ inch of water. But we still have to deal with all the mess of it. So, yeah, so today is Friday. The calves had went into my poor shed yesterday. Well, the one little guy had to push in there, the newest one, but the older calf, he found it and thought it was pretty nice setup. So, and they were out yesterday on my evening chores, getting something to eat. And I'm hoping that now that they know about the shed and they feel comfortable in there, because I didn't go in and bug them. I had plenty of opportunities to tag, and I didn't do it because I didn't want to upset the apple cart, as they say, when them calves need to be in that barn to help them get through this snowstorm. So you can see this is facing east, and normally we wouldn't have this kind of snow getting in here. Honestly, this building here has been up since probably 2000 at least, minimum. And I've never had snow get in this far before. Never. So these winds have not been good. And yeah, it might come in a couple feet into the building, but not this far. This is, I don't know, 20 feet deep. Probably minimally, but anyways. So the horse was angry yesterday. He did not, and Wednesday he didn't like the wind. He didn't like the fact that winter was coming along again. I think he thought that he was going to be getting grass soon. Well, that sort of changed things, didn't it, buddy? So, I tried to feed these two hay off this fence. I think you can see it in the video. I set you guys up on the inside. petition in the barn. Anyway, so I tried to throw the hay over like I've been doing. And the wind was so fierce and strong that I couldn't get it over the fence. It just blew back on me. So it was sort of an interesting time. And the horse was definitely perturbed about it all. And when that wind picked up, he just was mad. Weren't you, buddy? Weren't you, Sherrod? You should be nice to each other now. We'll get them in a pacify them here. Yeah, you be nice to that bull. Bulls that I have, and when they're gone and a new one gets introduced, he gives them a hard time. And look what I found. I don't know if you can see it. Little mice tracks. Yeah, they're over in here too. See, the bunny didn't come in. The bunny has actually been up on them bales. I don't know how high the rabbit went up, but I grabbed one of these the other day, gave to the horse and the bull, and I think it was up to about that point there. I took a bale off, and there was rabbit turds on it. So the rabbit's been in here, but not here lately. It must have decided this was not no fun for it either. Alright, well, you can... Winter Wonderland, I'm not so glad about it. I mean, this is going to set us back. It did get real cold. It was probably down in the teens at night. I never looked to see. But this covering of snow, and the fact that now we have to get rid of this and it's going to cause more mud, I don't know. It's going to set us back. I don't think I'll be putting any plants in. We just have to play it by ear. I thought about starting some seeds, the slower germination ones, which according to our planting date last frost, which is the end of May, I could have been planting as early as the last week or two in March. And instinctively I decided against it. And now I know why. Because if you can't get them even outside in a non-heated greenhouse, so to speak, they stay in the house and they get leggy and they just don't do as well. So we're just gonna go out here and check on the calves. Actually, I have no cows now that are up close. The hardships of farming or homesteading or whatever, anytime you deal with trying to grow things and raise animals, and you're working with nature, and no, I don't blame nature for this. I blame other things for this. I actually think Mother Nature was quite angry in the last couple of days. Especially those winds was really blowing against that storm. Our winds come with the storm, not against the storm. More times than not. We have a storm coming in from the north and the west. That's where the winds come in from, not the east. So I think Mother Nature was angry with the weather and how it's been manipulated. So enough on that. And no, I don't wear a tinfoil hat. It's years of watching the weather, having to do the things I do, dealing with the weather and whatnot. So I would believe the calves are in the shed, because both cows are over there in front of the shed. Oh, yeah, this is pretty. We'll take a peek, but we won't stay too long because I don't want to make them nervous. I want the calves to stay in there. There's one baby there. And yours went in farther. Hi, little fella. How you doing? How you doing, little guy? Are you just sleeping, my friend? Hi, Mom. I don't know, bud. You look a little punky. I know this weather's not helping you. You're not like your little brother. He had a few more opportunities. Yeah, it stayed in here too much. You stay there. Don't be scared. He'll come back in because he found it on his own. You stay there, little guy. Hi, baby. Yeah, I wasn't in there to scare you. Checking on your little brother, as he's taking this a lot harder than you are. Well, I know he's been sucking, but yeah, I think he's just having a hard time with the weather. He's only Tuesday? He was born Tuesday. And that guy there is, 30th of March, was that when he was born? So he had the so-called nicer weather to deal with. And sometimes this kind of weather is hard on them little guys. So I'm sort of glad nobody else is ready to calve or has calved during this. I've had cows calve during the snowstorms, and boy, there's some over there getting closer. So he'll go back in. The older one will go back in. We'll check on the little guy a little later. See how he's doing. But he came out yesterday after I put him in there. He laid out in the stupid snow. I came out about 30 minutes after it started. We started about 1. And he was laying out there. So Mom didn't get too upset with me. I took his little butt and shoved it in the shed, trying to keep myself between the calf and the cow. You put yourself, or keep myself, calf between the cow and I. You put yourself between the cow and the calf. If you don't have an overly trusting cow, which most of these are, really, but you don't want to set yourself up for any injury, you keep the calf between you and the cow. That way, if she decides to do something, like charge or threaten, you can sort of push the calf, not necessarily, but you get yourself away from the calf. And you have an opportunity to do it to go the opposite direction. If you put yourself between the cow and the calf, pretend this tree here is the calf. You do this, and the cow, you have nowhere to get away. And she wants to get to that calf. So, you put the calf between you and the cow. And there's opportunities where things happen, and I call it, well, there he is. He's out getting a snack. Mom tucked him out. So, he'll be alright. As long as he gets food and he goes in there where it's dry and he knows where it's at now, he'll be okay. So, we'll just keep an eye on him. But yeah, you wanna be cow savvy, cow smart. Right, girls? As much as you guys are supposed to be the calm, stable forces of nature, when you decide to be protective and defend yourself or your calf or whatever, you can be a formidable force. And I know some of these girls are weighing, that heifer there might weigh maybe 12 or 1,300 pounds, but some of these others, you're talking 1,500 pound cows. I've had one as big as 18. That old chub there in the middle is probably pushing that 1,800 pounds. Big cows, I don't really want them that big, so, but even the old Angus breed, they've have kind of introduced this bigger blood, breeding them for bigger critters. Of course, you take in your climate and where you're at and the food supply, and that changes things. They were small animals originally from Aberdeen, Scotland, hence Aberdeen Angus. And Angus aren't just black, they're also red. But the black is a dominant gene coloring, and the red is a recessive gene coloring, which means many of these cows are actually a red gene carrier. But the black is a dominant, because it's a dominant gene. Even if your cow is, we'll just call it big B for dominant and little r. This is how I was taught in genetics class. A little r is recessive red. Even if they're a big B, little r, the black coloring is going to be a dominant color. Now, if you breed them to a bull, same as them, so you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting a red calf, 25%. If you breed them to a red bull, a 50% chance, because then they'll get an RR. And the RR will make the red. Now, I'm not saying these girls don't show the red coloring, especially in their winter coats. In the springtime when they start, you can see in the winter, you can sometimes see the red coloring. Right, Pet? That's Pet. Pet right there. Hi, Pet. You can see the red coloring in the tips of their hair. And I know from doing artificial breeding and looking at pedigrees and stuff like that, some of the bulls that we've had in our herd were recessive red carriers. So we just had black. I don't know why Grandpa picked black, except for they like black-hided cattle for selling. Sale barns do and whatnot, so it's kind of the route people go. And there's probably other reasons that I'm not completely aware of, but so a lot of these girls are a red color carrier. But yeah, eastern shores of Scotland is where you guys are from originally, your old ancestors, and now you're living in Minnesota and around the world, I think, too, for that matter. So you've spread your genes around. Yeah, not you guys in particular, but your ancestors. Oh well, you guys are doing all right. It's not the best because you're sitting there with all this snow, and now we got more muck, huh? Yeah. Not no fun. Let's hope it all sorts itself out here soon. Right, Pet? What do you think of all this, Pet? Huh? Come on, girl. Atta girl. That's my girl. That's a good girl. Yeah. That's a good girl. And here you guys thought it was time to start shedding your old winter coat. Then see, they started shedding. Well, chores are done. Everybody's been checked on. But, you know, I was feeding them here. I had a bale up here, and then I had 2 down there. And I brought them up here because I wanted them cows to find that shed with the storm coming up. So I brought 2 bales up here. The cows stay up here. The calves start going in the shed. Once they find that shed, you know, for the most part, as they get older, they get more independent, the calves do. And they kind of start doing their own thing. They keep track of the herd, but I've had calves in the summertime, in the heat of the summer, go in that shed. Mom's out there. Well, they might be out there, they might be out there grazing. And they'll be up here in the shed, in the shade. They like it for some reason, some of them. Not all of them, but some of them. But, yeah, we go back. We got our chores done. Morning chores, anyways. So I think we're supposed to start going up in temperature starting tomorrow, 40. And then, yeah, this is not going to be any fun. Alright, well, the wind's starting to pick up and the chores are done. And I think I'm going to end this here. Piecemeal some things together. You guys have a good day. Hopefully your weather is good where you're at. Talk to you later. Bye.